Hello everyone, I'm Mouki and welcome on my main channel, Mouki Dunia. First, I think it's the first time you will hear me speak in English because I didn't want to write subtitles. It's so long to write subtitles, so I'm going to try to make this video bilingual. Please give me some feedback so I can know if you prefer subtitles or the audio format with my weird accent. So before we get started, I want to thank you for the 1.8k views on my choreography of Rangiro Marodolna. I'm really impressed because I've never expected to attain this number so fast. And we have new subscribers, so hi! I'm Mouki, the owner of this channel, and I'm a Bollywood and Indian dancer, mainly Garba and Bhangra and Kalbelia and also Kathak now. Today I'm going to talk about how dance made me reconnect with my spirituality. We can talk about it in the comments, how dance changed your life, what you believe in. I would be really interested to read about you. Let's start with a little backstory with a definition of spirituality. To me, spirituality, and that includes religion, answers questions that can't be answered. So questions like, why are we here? What's the purpose of life? Is there a life after death? Where do we go when we die? These kind of questions are answered by spirituality. So when someone converts to Judaism or Catholicism, it's because they found an answer. And my personal answer was Wicca when I was 12 or 13. Wicca, if you don't know what it is, it's new age of witches. It's from the tree of paganism, that is the ancient connection with earth, and I was interested in white magic, so everything that involves rituals and Gaia and Uranus, who are the main gods. I started to have a mindset of toxic positivity because of the triple return law that says everything you do good will come back to you thrice, everything you do bad will come back to you thrice. So every good action has positive consequences and every bad action has bad consequences. And in 2015, something very traumatic happened to me, but I won't dive into it. I'm not ready to speak about it on YouTube, but it provoked a kind of crisis in my mind. I was like, I gave everything. I was careful to not think bad thoughts. I was enraged. I was bewildered. I was angry, sad. I was in crisis. And I thought that spirituality was a kind of bargain. It was my mindset. So if I do something good, you will protect my family. But that's not what happened. Oh, I was also really much into reading tarot cards. I'm still a very good tarot reader, but I changed my philosophy about tarot cards. I don't read tarot as much as I used to, and I will occasionally read for other people. At some point I read tarots every day and it was exhausting. But nowadays I don't consider tarot cards a way of telling the future. It's not a divine instrument, it's a way to find answers within yourself. So the person who consults, the consultant, will already have the answers deep down within themselves, and the cards will bring them back to the surface. If you want me to talk about it in a future video, please let me know. That's not the subject of this video, however, but I think tarot cards contributed to my thought pattern, because once again I thought that if I followed exactly this pattern, this would happen, but that's not really how life works. So it was in 2015. By this time I fell a little bit apart from Wicca, and I asked myself questions. Should I just be an atheist? Should I be nihilist? Should I be agnostic? It's a philosophy between nihilistist and spirituality. So if there is life after death, good. If there is nothing, too bad. It's like in between. And I was wondering if I had to convert to Hinduism because I had started to practice Bollywood dance and other forms of Indian dances later on. So I was in between Hinduism and Wicca. I wasn't sure where I was going. I tried not to believe, but that's a need within me. That's a need as well as a physical need, as well as a sexual need. I need to believe in something, whatever that may be. By 2016, I enrolled in university and I took a class in Middle Ages literature, a course in Middle Ages French literature, and we read La Chanson de Roland, which is a long epic poem. It's the oldest French language text to this day. And in La Chanson de Roland, there's a war between Charlemagne's soldiers and his nephew Roland. They fight against pagans, not my pagans, not Wiccans, but people who are supposed to be Muslims, which is not exactly true because there are examples of non-Muslim spiritual traits. In one of the classes, we talked about these enemies, these foes, these pagans, because everything that isn't Catholic is pagan. If you don't know, Charlemagne was king of France, roi des Francs. So he tried to conquer people who were in Spain, people who were all around Europe, and those pagans, those enemies who were Muslims, but maybe not exactly, lost the war. They were part of this conquest, of this quest, and they lost this war. And in this class that I'm talking about, we talked about the defeat of these people and how they destroyed their statues, the statues of their gods, because they had lost, which is not Muslim, by the way, which is why I say that it's not sure if it's Muslim. I'm not a specialist, but I know that much. And the commentary about this was, a spiritual person won't turn away from their gods. In time of crisis, they will comfort themselves with their gods, with their divinities. So at that point I understood that I didn't have the right approach with Wicca because I was angry with Wicca. And I thought, okay, maybe that paganism isn't for me. Maybe I need to have a broader understanding of spirituality. I need to go on my own personal quest. By 2017, I was still hesitant. I was still between Hinduism. I still read tarots, even though I didn't much believe in them. I was still a little bit Wiccan. I still had this reputation. I tried to celebrate Imbolc. It's the light festival of paganism that happens on February 1st. And I think I tried to celebrate my favorite holiday, my favorite Sabbath, that is Beltane. And then I had a strong connection with Durga Ma during Navratri festival. So I was with the Indian community of my city and we did a prayer to Durga Ma, and then I felt a little bit better. I was still traumatized, I was still on a quest, but I felt a connection with Durga Ma. After, in 2018, I turned to Sufism, that is the mystical branch of Islam, with the Sufi dancers and the prayers and the saints. And one quote that really stood out to me. It's one of my favorite quotes of all time. It's a saint story about the saint that I will show on screen because I can't pronounce this name yet. According to the legend, she was roaming in her village with a torch and a bucket of water, and when people asked her why she did that, she said, "I'm going to take this torch and set flames to the gates of paradise, and I'm going to take this bucket of water and pour it on the flames of hell, so that people will love God not for a want of heaven or fear of hell, but because he is God." At this stage, my definition of spirituality evolved. It became Pokemon. Evolved, so I understood that a spirituality, a religion, is not only an answer, it's a love. It's pure love, it's pure trust in the universe, in the creators, in the divine, whatever you may believe in. So toward the years, I dilly-dallied, I tiptoed around Wicca, Sufism, Hinduism. Last year I was miserable. I wasn't alright, I wasn't okay at all, which didn't help my spiritual crisis. I was diagnosed with anxiety. I become anxious in very specific circumstances. After the diagnostic and after taking my medication, I became better. I think I feel better in general. I feel different. I feel more at ease in my own skin. I'm finally becoming the person I want to become. I feel more wholer. Is that a term? I'm still doing research around Hinduism, especially since I'm learning Kathak. Hinduism is very important in Kathak. And recently I was preparing for a competition that will be held later this summer, at the end of the summer, and not this week, literally this week. It was supposed to be this week. And this choreography is themed around the quest, the research of something, the wholeness of it all. And I touched something. I don't know what it is. I would define it as a silver cord, a silver line from my belly to the universe. So that's how I define it. It's a grounding, it's roots. I think I have new roots in this universe. Another thing that really helped me with my spirituality was the group Light in Babylon, in particular the singer and percussionist Michal Elia Kamal, who is a very powerful singer and musician, and she's really in sync with her music. When she sings, it looks like she's talking to the universe, to her God, and that's a really great example to me of a spiritual person. Actually, I want to be her when I grow up. And I bought a necklace from her collection, Hiner Yafa, that is named after her most popular song, I believe. And I'm not sure if it's an amethyst or a grenade. I'm not sure, but it's a very calming stone, semi-precious stone that represents to me another artifact of my new spirituality. I like to wear it. It calms me down, it grounds me. So I'm not sure where it will lead me, if I'm going to completely convert to a religion or if I'm just going to be a spiritual being, but I feel better, much better than a few years ago. I'm very grateful for dance to have guided me to this point. I think dance, it's a sport, it's a way to move your body, but it's also a way to connect with yourself, to ground yourself, to know yourself, and it really helped me through meditation, through yoga, and through dance, of course. And I'm very grateful that it came onto my path. At this point in my life, I'm at a crossroads. I'm between Hinduism, Wicca, Taro Sufism. They meet at some point, but I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful to you for sticking with me, for going on this journey with me. If you want to share your own experiences, your own experience with dance and religion and whatever you feel like, please let me know in the comments. If you like this bilingual format, let me know, or if you prefer subtitles, please tell me. On this note, my name is Mouki, and namaste.